the most ardent petrolhead can be forgiven for not knowing about every single car all the time. The sheer number of cars coming our way today is, well, it's overwhelming. That pretty much has always been the case though. There are some cars that were truly ace but slipped through the cracks, overshadowed by the top tier supercars of their time. Here are 5 that you really should know more about. In at number 5 is the Renault Sport Spider. Built between 1996 and 1999, the dinky little Frenchman came with a 148 brake horsepower 2-litre mid-mounted motor, a 5-speed manual, no roof and doors that opened upwards. It was a cool thing, designed to be a halo car for Renault's sporting ambitions. It was, in fact, the first car to be sold under the Renault Sport name, which kind of gives you a clue as to what it was for. It was designed first and foremost as a driver's car. Its low 930 kilo curb weight meant its little motor didn't have much to push around at all, and its aluminium chassis was as strong as they come. The road car was matched, of course, with a single-make race series that attracted no end of stars, with Andy Priaulx winning 13 out of 13 races in the 1999 season. They're a cool thing to see, and you won't see them often, as Renault only produced around 1,800 over its short run. At number 4, a Brit, the Morgan Aero Coupe. Morgan's limited run Aeromax in 2000 proved to be a surprise hit, with more orders than there were cars. As a way to spread the love, Morgan brought out the Aero Coupe. With looks close to the Aeromax, but with added practicality and a slightly larger 4.8-litre motor to the Max's 4.4, the Aero Coupe and its gloriously loud side pipes could have been the talk of the town, except it wasn't at all. Its retro-futuristic styling may have made it stand out from the crowd, but its slow steering, squishy ride and, how to put this politely, hand-built nature limited appeal to about 50 people in all. A shame, because it looked as cool as they come, but for some, you just can't beat a 911. Definitely one to look out for on the used market though, as they go for big, big money. And if memory serves, Paul O'Grady had one in black with a really lurid purple interior. It was glorious. The mid-spot is reserved for something a little bit different. The Smart Crossblade. Now, hear me out, as I know it's a ludicrous idea to call this a sports car, but it is rear drive, mid-engined, and turbocharged, and it was engineered by Mercedes. It took all of the practicality of a Smart 4.2, yep, and it removed it with quite some style. Its doors were, well, more sticks, and its windscreen was more of a serving suggestion than an actual thing. Its tiny motor came with 69 brake horsepower, and it would manage 0 to 62 in 17 seconds, which is a really long time. Its top speed was a whole 84 miles an hour, so it really was quite slow. Oh, and its 6-speed automatic gearbox was awful beyond belief. You'd have to be quite committed to put real money down on a Crossblade, but despite all of its flaws, it's really cool. Like, it's really cool, look at it. Our penultimate forgotten motor is rather big, rather exciting, and rather unknown. The Jaguar XJR15. It was essentially a Group C race car built by Jaguar and TWR. Designed for the Jaguar Intercontinental Challenge, a single-make race series, it came with the XJR8 motor and chassis layout, but with a Peter Stevens-designed body to make it more quintessentially Jaguar. Thing is, a forgotten racer isn't a huge deal, but they could make these road legal. It got a raised ride height, indicators, bumpers, and all the necessary bits to make it not deathy on road. Thing is, not many people bought them at all. They are tremendously loud and thrilling to see do their thing, but as there are fewer than 60 in existence, it's not something you're going to see very often. And at number 1, the most car I think you should be remembering, the Bristol Fighter. Dead for now at least, manufacturer Bristol made its name by selling very fine, very boxy cars to the well-heeled. But in 2004, it revealed its new entry to the supercar market, the Fighter. It came with gull-wing doors, a pretty wild design, and a 525 brake horsepower V10 sourced from a Dodge Viper, which really was rather exciting. There was a promised turbocharged version with about 1 billion horsepower, but the development budget for the whole project wasn't all that much, which means the few Bristol did sell ended up with different bits from car to car. It's a big, heavy thing to steer and is rather entertaining. Only 9 were built though, and if you can find one, they go for big, big money. A strange thing from a strange time, but something you should probably know about because it's really quite cool. Those are 5 of my favourite forgotten cars. Did you know about them? Did you own one of them? Share your favourite forgotten motors in the comments, and I will see you next time.